Alright, so hi guys, I'm Sue. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our business plan presentation. Okay, our business plan is called Comet Coaches. And what do you think when you see the word comet? Something white, something flashy, something fast. And what do you think when you see the word coaches? It is actually a motor vehicle that travels long distance journey. So with Comet Coaches, you can travel with opulence. Alright, so our slogan is "Elegance lights up the night in white." Why do we say that? It's because we are introducing a new brand, a new concept that will integrate a few things together. Okay, so before I get into what we actually are, these are a few images of what our concept is representing, such as futuristic technology, the colors gold and silver, the integration of travel technology into what we are doing today. Okay, so let me introduce you to what Comet Coaches are. For your information, Comet is actually a small solar body that travels between 26 and 298 miles in a second. Wow, yeah, okay. First, we integrate the future in travel technology. So obviously, we are a bus. We are a public bus that is designed to roam the Lion City, and we also serve cuisine on our bus. So with all this, you drink in the delicious cityscape like a glass of champagne. Okay, so let me elaborate more on our location. We have chosen Singapore, the Lion City. It is very politically stable. As you guys know, the government is very well known for implementing very efficient policies to make the country a better place economically and also in terms of everything else. In tourism, they're actually ranked 29 out of all countries. For your information, we have 196 countries in the whole world, which is a lot of countries. And they also have very cost-efficient public transportation networks. Not only efficient. They arrive on time, they leave on time, they make the country work because of transportation. Okay, so more about the Lion City, Singapore. Marina Bay Sands, Helix Bridge, roads, and a general infinity pool which they have all over the city. Okay, so of course, what do you think about when you hear Singapore? It is obviously very famous for its well-renowned cityscape. They have so many architectural works that have amazed and wowed the world and attracted so many tourists here today and since forever. Singaporeans rely and trust their public transport simply because it's so efficient. They have a long-running history of public transport, and yes, many tourist hotspots concentrated at one area, such as Marina Bay Sands is very close to Sentosa Island, and all the attractions are towards actually the southern part of Singapore. So it is good for a bus tour. Alright, so the present, which is now, 52.4% of Singaporeans use public transportation every day. 3 million bus rides are taken per day. That shows how much Singaporeans actually trust their public transportation, which is good for our service. All this is under Land Transport Authority, LTA, which is also under Government of Singapore. They manage it, and they also have this thing called Singapore Tourist Pass, which allows tourists free access, unlimited access to all kinds of transportation. Okay, so why Comet Coaches? I'm going to tell you why you should choose Comet Coaches. An unmatched dining and visual viewing experience. I actually took these photos from an actual bus that is operating, like our Aida, they totally copied us. Yeah, this is in Barcelona. What they have is they actually have it's like a normal bus, but they have a double deck. They have a glass roof, glass walls. So obviously it gives you unmatched dining and viewing visual experiences. They also dine in like this. So if you can imagine, you can make conversation, you can look at the view, you can drink your champagne, you can eat your meals while looking at how scenic Singapore is. At 3 times of the day, the dawn, day and dusk. So you can see the bustling nightlife, you can see how the people work every day. Yeah, and it's economical fare, because we are giving very reasonable prices with this, and you can also unwind and relax. Okay, so I'll pass on to Samantha.
Okay, market analysis. Okay, so our bus can basically fit 25 people per ride. So like how big is our market? Average customers per day we're expecting 15 per ride. And for one customer, they will spend at least 108 Sing dollars. So our target market is high net worth individuals, both tourists and locals. We have 2 coaches going out at the same time, so that's why we have 2 routes, which is the East Way from Marina to Sentosa and the West Way from Sentosa to Marina. The reason why we chose this location is because there's lots of tourists in this area. We will also pass by the Singapore Flyer, Clarke Quay and Botanical Gardens. Our targeted customers are mainly tourists. Why are we selecting them as our targets? Because of time. The bus doesn't stop, it travels from one end, from the start to the other end. So like people who are working there, they wouldn't have so much of time to go in to the bus and spend their whole time because their break time is usually not that long. The customers' backgrounds are usually parents who are working and couples they can bring on dates and all. Well, the median monthly household income for work will be around 7,570 to 7,870. Well, the customers' background is also working class businessmen, which could bring their foreign customers for a social meeting. So our main competitor is actually the Singapore Flyer and our Hop On Hop Off Singapore. Why? So our main goal is to merge both Singapore Flyer and Hop On and Hop Off bus together, so that it's like you get to enjoy eating and looking at the view at the same time. Okay, so like the strength of our potential competitors is they serve the same type of food like we do, and they have good marketing strategy, and it's more conventional because they're built on land and we are moving fast. Yeah. So like their weaknesses also it's costly and it's too traditional and it's inconsistent quality in food.
Right, next I'll be talking about the marketing strategies. Service benefits. Why is our service good for our potential customer? Is because it's a direct transportation from hubs which are easily accessible by the tourists who go to Singapore, and at the same time, because we are targeting high net worth individuals, they get to wine and dine in a luxurious manner, and at the same time experience the iconic scenery as compared to how Singapore Flyer is very stagnant. You see the same view, but with our bus tour, you get to go through around Singapore. This is just a slide on what we would offer for the menu. Next is our sales strategy. So mainly for our business, people would have to make their ticket purchases online through our official website. And besides that, we would also have packages partnering with hotels, focused in Sentosa and Marina Bay Sands. So how it works is that the packages will either be with the hotel when you book, and tickets will also be available individually at the hotels. Pricing per ticket just for the ride and meal will be 108 Sing. If you would like wine pairing and stuff like that, will be extra. And next, advertising will be through our official website, social media, Instagram account, and Facebook page. Our management strategy. Our structure is limited liability company. Limited liability company is a structure that is where the members are not personally held liable to whatever losses and stuff. Why LLC is because business liability, like I said, the owners are not held personally liable to whatever losses that they will make. Ease of expansion, because it's a company, it's more credible, and people as in banks and also future investors would be more inclined to invest. Transfer of ownership in a company is also easier compared to sole tradership, and public perception, they see a company as a more credible structure as well. Roles of member, just very fast. Besides the top level people, we also have IT technician, graphic designer, chefs, the bus driver, waiters and waitresses on board, and also cleaning services.
Alright, so how much do we need to have? Which is like 800,000 ringgit. Okay, why? Because we need to buy 3 buses. Double buses. Sorry. And COE is Certificate of Entitlement. And advertising, our business, company and all. And truck license.
Time's up.
Okay, and then we need to have kitchen appliances for our buses. Maintenance and fuel. Okay. Next. So this is our percentage, personal savings and bank loan from OCBC. Why we choose OCBC Bank?
Alright, thank you.
Okay. Okay, quick. Because of this, and this, and this. Okay, wait. Okay, this is our sales. Increasing. Okay, this is our sales. As you can see, it's increasing by year. Thank you.